Okay, let's look at this product rule where we're going to have to use chain rule a couple of times. The derivative of a product is derivative of the first. Oh, so I'm going to have to, here, maybe I'll write all this out on the side. Here's function number 1 and function number 2. I'm going to want 1 prime times 2 plus 2 prime times 1. That's product rule. So let's look at 1 prime. Maybe we'll do this by itself. So I want this guy's derivative. I've got junk raised to a power. Anytime you've got stuff to a power, say n, then that guy's derivative is always, I don't care what stuff is, always n times leave stuff alone to the n minus 1 times the derivative of stuff with respect to whatever your variable. So this guy's derivative will be 3 times 4x squared minus 8x squared. The 3 came down front, leave the inside alone and drop down by 1, times, in parentheses, the derivative of the inside. Derivative of 4x squared is 8x. The derivative of minus 8x is minus 8. So that's that guy's derivative. Now let's also do 2 prime. That is really ugly. 2. Okay, so 2, that guy was 3x minus 1 raised to the 1/5 power, and I want his derivative. I'm going to need it at some. Anything to a power's derivative is bring the power down to ground level, leave the inside alone, and then drop that power down by a full 1. So 1/5 minus 1 would be 1/5 minus 5/5. That's negative 4/5. Times, don't forget this part, the derivative of the inside. The derivative of 3x minus 1 would just be 3. The derivative of the minus 1 is just 0. 3 minus 0 is just 3. Okay, now we got all of our pieces. So here, maybe I'll color code these. So this is blue here. That's going to be that guy. And green. So this one will be okay. Then y prime will be derivative of the first. So here, I'll keep color coding this. 3 4x squared minus 8x squared times 8x minus 8 times, leave the second alone. So derivative of the first times leave the second alone, plus derivative of the second. I don't know if it's worth color coding these, like it might be taking more time, but okay, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. 3 times 1/5 would just be 3/5. 3x minus 1 to the negative 4/5 times, leave the first alone. And I've kind of run out of space here. Okay, so just for clarity, I'm going to write that all out. All nice and neat. 3 times 4x squared minus 8x. Quantity squared times 8x minus 8. Times 3x minus 1 to the fifth plus 3/5 times 3x minus 1. Hopefully I'm copying all this correctly. To the negative 4/5 times 4x squared minus 8x, and that's all cubed. That would be my derivative. Some of these can get kind of nasty. Some can be very long problems. That's why the homework for these last couple of sections is so long. You got to get a lot of practice taking derivatives. Okay, it's a good place to stop there.